Evening everyone, welcome back to another video, the second video of today. So what we'll do is make this one pretty quickly because it is breaking news in the past hour or so that Newcastle United are in talks with FC Charlotte over the sale of Miguel Almiron. Get in there! Fabrizio Romano is bringing us some fabulous news on this sweaty Monday evening. It's been a scorcher day in Toon and the transfer window is heating up finally for Newcastle United. More on Mark A soon, where Romano has brought us an update on that one as well. So he's got a double scoop tonight of Newcastle United transfer updates. And I know I've just celebrated the sale of Almiron, if it happens, because I've always said for a while now that, he's just not quite good enough. His assists record isn't great, his goal scoring record isn't great, unless he's on one of those mad paper patches, normally around Halloween. Miggy loves a trick or treat. More so, it's more of a neither, to be honest, neither a trick or a treat. But I tell you what, I'll stop with the slander. I'm just having a laugh. People have been crying and losing your head and go all woke, right? Just settle down. It's all right. You can criticise players. It's fine. Yes, he's now it is. I'll be nice. He's been there for a few years now. He's been a good servant. Works his arse off. Runs hard. Tracks back. Has scored some great goals. Listen, scored in the Champions League. Also missed that goal against AC Milan in the Champions League, which I'll never forgive him for. He couldn't hit it with his right foot because he kind of do nout with that right foot. But on an odd occasion, and he has scored some good, important goals for Newcastle. He has been all right at times. But if we want to solidify, our chance of progression as a club to get up the top four, to get there for trophies again, I don't see that being able to happen with the likes of a Miguel Almiron starting on the right wing. And the club deem it that way as well, as they've been trying to flog him for about a year now. Nobody wanted him last summer. In January, we had a bid accepted of 30 million from Al Shabab of the Saudi Pro League. They've still been lingering this summer. The Saudis still want him. Miggy doesn't fancy that move to the Far East by the sounds of things. However, he is open to a move back to the MLS in America, where we obviously signed him from. We signed him from Atlanta, Darren Eales' old club. Now it's FC Charlotte of the MLS that are linked to getting him back to the States. It's Dean Smith, ex-Aston Villa and Norwich City gaffer, who wants to sign Miggy. However, the issue is, there's a couple of them, so let's run through it. £8.5 million is what they have offered. That's what Charlotte have put on the table, £8.5 million. Newcastle want £20 million, not dollars, not bloody Ugandan dollars, British sterling for Almiron. Can't see we're getting that. We paid 24, was it? A good few years ago now. He became our record signing at the time, under Mike Ashley, obviously. So Newcastle are willing to accept halfway, is the rumour. 15 million could be the deal to get it done. Now, will Charlotte stretch to that? I don't know, because apparently Charlotte haven't got loads of money. They have signed a couple of players from the Premier League and whatnot, but they haven't splashed much cash at all to that level. To those heights of where 50 million would actually be a lot of money for them. So that's one issue. Another issue is that we are running out of time on their side because the MLS transfer window actually closes in just 2 days. So that, again, isn't great. It doesn't give a whole lot of time to get it done. But I think, hopefully, this one can come to a good conclusion for Newcastle, and Almiron will go to Charlotte, because they must have had some sort of encouragement to fly all the way over from America to London to meet with Newcastle United executives. That's what Fabrizio Romano broke earlier this evening. He's saying that Charlotte are already in London, already speaking to Newcastle United hierarchy. Executives are meeting down there in the capital, and they are trying to thrash out a deal that will see Almiron head back to America. Like I said, though, sticking point is that gap in valuation. Both him and Keith now are on this news, and Keith's credited Fabrizio saying it's legit. There is that gap in valuation that both clubs are struggling to meet. So it's not an easy deal to be done. It's nowhere near a done deal yet, so let's not get too carried away, even though my fist bump earlier in the video might suggest otherwise. But listen, when they flew over, Almiron apparently is well up for it. He's dead up for a move back. He knows Newcastle United and Eddie Howe. He's not really in the plans now. They've been trying to shift him out, like I said earlier. So he knows his time's limited, game time at Newcastle and career-wise, at the Toon. So he's open to a move back to the United States. He obviously isn't open to a move to the Far East. He seems to be happy to move to America or South America. So these sort of teams are going to struggle to pay that 20 million. No way are Newcastle going to get that much. If they did, it would be an absolute blinder by Mitchell. He deserves an immediate pay rise. Can't see it myself. But on that one, I think we could. I think we'll probably reach about 12.5, and maybe Newcastle will be like, oh, do you know what it is? It's half what we paid from what Ashley paid from a few years ago. But you know it is. Gets him off a boost, gets the wages off, frees up that little bit extra for the right wing target. Murphy's been having a good pre-season, so I've got no issues at all with Jacob Murphy being a squad player. None whatsoever. Off the bench, starting in certain games, none whatsoever. But there's no way in hell we can start the new season with Almiron as our right winger if we have serious ambitions to go on and get top four, which is what the club and all the players are talking about doing again, trying to get Champions League. So, which I think we can do. Listen, if we sign Gay and we sign a good right winger, there's no stopping us from doing that. I really believe that with one game a week, like we did a couple of years ago, and have a good push at a cup run. I really believe that. But on the Almiron thing, listen, we hope that obviously the talks can continue, they can go well, and Almiron's happy to get the move. We're happy to sell him. Charlotte are in there. They've taken it seriously. They flew all the way to England for talks. So you'd hope things can progress and we can manage to strike a deal on that one. Just quickly on that right wing, then, as I said in an earlier video, that I think Noni Madueke will be the target now from Chelsea on a loan to buy. More reports are coming out this evening that that could be the case. And the actual good news for us on the Madueke thing happening as well is that with Chelsea, they actually get a 20% sell-on fee from the Mark Gahey deal to Palace when they sold him to Palace back in 2021 for 18 million. Chelsea get 20% of that. That's why now Crystal Palace want a lot of that fee up front, about 50 million. So that's why that one's still going on. But on the Madueke thing, that would kind of free up a bit more money for Chelsea because they've obviously spending like mad. They've just got Neto. They're linked to get João Felix back. They signed 40-odd players since Todd Bowley took over. So they need to sell. And they've got lots of players up for sale. Lots of players are training with the kids. Your Broya, your Lukaku, your Chalobah. They're trying to flog loads of players. Conor Gallagher, Atletico Madrid. So that can work in our favour where they get a little boost there. Madueke is not going to be playing much at all now. He didn't play loads last season in terms of starts with Cole Palmer and whatnot. Now with Pedro Neto coming in, he's totally up for grabs. Eddie Howe likes him. Eddie Howe's a fan. So that is one that I think we should keep an eye on. And lastly, on Romano's other update, and that was on Mark Gahey himself. And there is positivity that deal will be struck very soon for the Palace captain. So that's obviously brilliant news. We know a third bid went in today. It's now been revealed that we're expecting Palace to maybe accept that or a slight tweak in it, bit of negotiation. But everyone is confident that that transfer could get wrapped up in the coming days for Gahey to Newcastle for around 55, 60 million with potential add-ons as well. So everything's pointing to a busy week at Newcastle. So stay tuned, people. Subscribe, hit that notification bell because I will be bringing you the breaking news as always on the channel. And then I'm up early tomorrow for the kit launch at the stadium for the away top that is coming out. So have a look at that as well on all our socials and on a YouTube video tomorrow morning. But let me know in the comments what you make of Miguel Almiron to Charlotte FC. Do you think that'll happen? What about Gahey? What about Madueke? What about anyone else for that right wing? Let us know. Cheers for watching. Enjoy the rest of your night, people. See you on the next one.